Good afternoon. Please have a seat. I am Kathleen McCullough, Associate Dean for Graduate Programs and Research in the College of Business, and it is my pleasure to welcome our graduates, their families, and friends to the Fall 2016 Master's Hooding Ceremony. To our online students, those from across the country who took their classes entirely online, a very special welcome. We are proud that you chose to pursue your degree from Florida State University, and we are thrilled to have you with us today. This is an exciting time for us in the College of Business, and I'm sure all of you gathered here to celebrate the hard work and achievements of our master's graduates. Family and friends, thank you for your support, patience, and encouragement of our students. You deserve a round of applause. Graduates, you have earned our sincere admiration for all you have accomplished. As you can all attest, our graduate programs are rigorous and challenging, but you came through prepared and confident to take your places as leaders in the global marketplace that has grown exceedingly complex. We are proud of you, and we know you will represent Florida State University with great intelligence and honor throughout your careers. Please stay involved with the College of Business. You are excellent role models for our future students, and we look forward to seeing you back, sharing your experiences and insights as speakers and as mentors. So on behalf of the College of Business and Florida State University, congratulations and best wishes on your future. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Jared Policastro. We're especially proud to have Jared here today because he graduated from FSU in 2006 with an MBA. Jared is a partner of the Lighthouse Group at Morgan Stanley and branch manager of the Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida office. He began his career with Morgan Stanley in 2001 with a focus on investment and financial planning. In addition to working closely with clients, Jared has experience with management and business development. Through long-standing relationships with their clients, he and his team seek to accomplish many of their clients' goals, such as charitable giving, funding and starting of businesses, and wealth transfer. Having earned a bachelor's degrees in both finance and marketing while at FSU, as well as an MBA, Jared now gives back to the FSU community by serving as an advisor to the College of Business graduate programs. He and his wife, Jennifer, and their 3 children, Sophie, Evan, and Lena, live in Ponte Vedra, where Jared enjoys basketball, surfing, FSU, and New York Giants football, and spending time with his family on the beach. Please help me welcome Jared Policastro.
Hey there. You're going to have to forgive my voice here. Thank you for the introduction. And hello, graduates. You look really nice over there in your matching outfits. You'll be hearing this a lot today, but let me join in a muted chorus in congratulating you on a job well done. These programs are very rigorous, and your dedication is very, very honorable. Family and friends, welcome to Florida State, and let's give these outstanding individuals another round of applause. We're going to power through this one. My MBA program concluded in 2006, and every time I have the pleasure to visit this place, it still feels very much like home. It's probably because I spent more time at Rovetta than I did my actual home during my years of study, so that's probably a familiar feeling to you as well. To prepare for my time with you all today, I did solicit some advice from people close to me. Since I am a professional advisor, I know when I need the help. The first of the pieces of advice that I'll share with you that I received came from two of the three future Seminoles in my house, my oldest daughter, Sophie, and my middle son, Evan. I asked them one day at breakfast, I said, well, what should I share to this outstanding group here today? And the two of them looked at each other and they discussed it and really brainstormed. And they came up with, after lots of deliberation, tell them, good job and let's be friends. So that's the advice that I received. Truly isn't entirely bad. I mean, truly you worked very hard to be here and did a great job to sit where you are today. And as far as being friends, everybody in this room will be connected as your beginning of your professional network or your professional friends. So not entirely bad advice. Our third child, the baby, Lena, she's a little too young to have any input just yet, but she did do the tomahawk chop and said, boo Gators, so that's encouraging. The second piece of advice to share came from a friend of mine who said, why don't you share your story and explain how I got to this point in my career. Maybe by hearing my story, you'll be excited about yours now that you have these newly minted and well-earned degrees. So please allow me to explain how I became responsible for managing over $1 billion of assets for clients around the country by starting at a car wash next to the Tallahassee Mall shortly after September 11th. It's easy to connect the dots there, right? Okay. Well, to round out the beginning of that story, spending time at the car wash was just one of the glamorous tasks I had as an unpaid intern in the Tallahassee Morgan Stanley location. I was there for a year and a half, and I knew that my longer run plan was to gain access to a large investment firm, finish my undergraduate education, and then advance to my MBA program. This particular internship opportunity I discovered due to the tragic events of September 11th. After the attacks, I was glued to the news for days, as I'm sure many people were. And I discovered that Morgan Stanley was actually the largest tenant in the World Trade Center in the South Tower of the World Trade Center. I felt a strong connection at that moment to a firm, and I wanted to be a small part in restoring a great firm that had just experienced great tragedy. So through the business school, I specifically requested an introduction to the manager here in town. Weeks later, I was committed to a semester-long internship, and I was going to earn my 3 credit hours for my undergraduate program with this internship. However, as that semester wrapped up, and I completed those 3 credit hours, I told the branch manager that I wanted to hang around. And he then countered with an offer of not paying me and that I would continue to do such wonderful tasks like move filing boxes from the storage room and shuttling employees' cars to the car wash for cleaning. And I spent a lot of time at that car wash. But for some insane reason, all of this sounded agreeable to me, and I stayed on. So as I worked through my undergraduate degrees, I spent 2 to 3 days a week doing some of that lowly, unpaid intern work. However, there were also plenty of occasions where I sat in on meetings or calls and did valuation analysis and just really got a feel of the business and just continued to feel a strong desire to learn more. I felt that if I kept with it and put my hands on everything, that I would be able to create my own opportunities in this field. In fact, over the course of my senior year, I was able to provide my manager with a near weekly countdown to my graduation, or as I sold it to him, the time he could finally hire me. Excuse me. So with a little bit of help and absolute persistency, finally, upon graduation, I was offered the job, and I got my career path started with the firm. Starting at a great firm out of undergrad was good, but I knew that I had to work harder and smarter than anyone to overcome the objections of age and experience. At 21 years old, it's really hard to talk to people about handing over all of their life savings to you. So in fact, on more than one occasion, I heard someone tell me they had shoes older than me, and that sounded more like a wardrobe problem. But so to help me achieve my professional goals, I continued on with my studies at Florida State through the part-time MBA program, and that was in my spare time while I was building a practice for a living. And as you know, these advanced programs take an insane amount of dedication, and that's putting it mildly. But upon graduation, I pursued an opportunity in leadership. My degree and nearly 5 years worth of experience with the firm was evidence to prove me as a serious candidate for a management position. I thought I would do well leading others because I find it gratifying helping others achieve their goals that they set forth for themselves. And at the time, I felt that my impact would be greatest as part of a team, assisting in growing the businesses of others, and at the same time, I might grow professionally as well. So at first, I helped to manage a region of about 150 people spanning all of North Florida. Then ultimately, I settled down into managing one of the top performing offices in the firm. Recently, I refocused my efforts, and now I spend time as the lead portfolio manager on a team responsible for managing $1 billion for clients around the country. So there it is. That's my story. It's one of planning, persistency, and teamwork. If you take the time to plan for something, which is the hard part, then all you have to do post-planning is execute. Once the planning is set and the goals are defined, I urge you all to be persistent and fearless in achieving those goals. Your stories are the next ones to tell for the people who will be sitting in those seats right after you. I encourage you to make them stories of working well with others and collaboration. With that in mind, and to wrap up my time with you all here today, I want to share a quote from an icon in my industry, Ray Dalio. For those of you not familiar with Dalio's story, in his mid-20s, he started an investment firm from very modest beginnings. 4 decades later, he is the chairman and chief investment officer for one of the largest hedge fund firms in the world. In this quote, Dalio tells us, unlike in school, in life, you don't have to come up with all the right answers. You can ask people around you for help, or even ask them to do things you don't do well. In other words, there is almost no reason for you not to succeed if you take the attitude of 1, total flexibility. Good answers can come from anyone or anywhere. 2, total accountability. Regardless of where the good answers are, it is your job to find them. So as you can see from this quote, there is no shame in asking for help or even delegating when you are out of your circle of competence. In fact, this shows experience and intelligence to those you work with. With your knowledge, your network, and your connection to Seminoles around the business world, you too have no reason not to succeed. So I congratulate you on your accomplishments. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and go Seminoles.
Now I have the privilege of introducing our student speaker, Zhizheng Xu, who is completing his MBA this term. Born and raised in China, Zhizheng came to the U.S. in 2011 after completing his bachelor's degree in biology, during which time he interned with BGI Sichuan, the world's largest genome sequencing center. Zhizheng is a PhD candidate in biological science, where he conducts research in genetics and cancer biology, has published 2 research articles, and presented at 2 international conferences. He started his part-time MBA in 2014 because he believes that business education will broaden his skill set and help him achieve his career goals. In the most recent North Carolina State Grand Business Challenge, Zhizheng played an instrumental role in the FSU's MBA case competition, who won 2nd place in the challenge with a $2,000 cash prize. Additionally, he has served as a project leader in the JMI Innovation Consulting Project, where he led 4 business undergraduate students to examine a nonprofit for at-risk youth in South Florida and recommended ways to strengthen and increase services. He was also a partner with the FSU Consulting Group here in the College of Business, as a student-run organization that helps businesses and nonprofits solve challenging business problems. As a teaching assistant in biology, Zhezheng won a university-wide Outstanding Teaching Assistant Award and has been inducted into the Seminole Torchbearers for recognition of outstanding leadership and service to student life at FSU. Zhezheng's strong interest in public service is evidenced by his representation on the Congress of Graduate Students and his service as the Executive Vice President of FSU's Chinese Student Scholars Association. Zhezheng uses his expertise to help the local community, such as his work volunteering as a judge for the Capital Regional Science Fair, as well as other scientific project competitions in local schools over the past few years. As he completes his MBA, he is on track to earn a PhD in biological science next year. He plans to combine his expertise in life science and business to make a positive impact on the healthcare and pharmaceutical industries. Please welcome Zhezheng Xu.
Thank you for the introduction. It's a great honor to be here, and I see a lot of familiar faces from my classwork and projects, and really appreciate this opportunity to be here. Dear professors, mentors, administrators, fellow students, families, and friends, it's a great honor to present the class of 2016 master's degree graduates in the College of Business at Florida State University. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank everyone for sharing the moment with us to celebrate one of the most significant milestones in our lives. We came to the programs 1, 2, or 5 years ago, hungry for deeper understanding about how business works and how we can add value to the world around us. We're fortunate to have professors in multiple business disciplines bring in both academic excellence as well as real-world experience. So please join me to give a round of applause to our world-class professors and staff members. So we have always known this journey was not going to be easy. We have relied on our support systems to keep us motivated in this endeavor. For me, it would be my parents, who don't even have a college degree but believe that education will change my life and help me better than their generation. They also taught me to be genuine, have empathy, and treat others in the way that you want to be treated, with respect and dignity. So to the parents, the grandparents, brothers, sisters, family, and friends who have helped us and stood by us through the highs and lows of this journey, whether you are here or far away, we thank you. Let's give them a round of applause as well. Finally, we, my fellow graduates, should be proud of this incredible achievement, which is earned through hard work and dedications. Only 7% of the U.S. population has a master's degree. As part of this selective group, we will become tomorrow's managers, leaders, executives, or even president. Now they're allowing everyone to run for it. So we have a tremendous potential, folks. Please give a round of applause to ourselves as well. Our stories are more or less different from each other, but today our paths cross to celebrate this achievement. How amazing is that? To prepare for this speech, I reached out to my fellow graduates. I'd like to share some of their stories. Our graduates come from all across the country, such as New Jersey, Utah, Texas, and some are from farther away, like China, myself, and Colombia. We work in a range of industries like finance, marketing, retail, sports organizations, and so on. We also have former military members who proudly serve our country. In fact, our business school is ranked second in the country for veterans. We thank you for your service. I still remember 2.5 years ago, I spoke with the director of the MBA program at the time, Dr. David Roscoe, through the introduction of my good friend, Austin Schwartz, also in the audience today. He's also a graduate student in biology, and expressed my interest in business and wanted to explore career opportunities outside of academia and research. I still remember my first business class, a case ever was to design marketing strategies for USA Today for a marketing class. I was completely at a loss. And all of a sudden, there I was, working on the marketing plan project for Leon Pub in Midtown. I remember this because we have to go to several bars and find out what kind of beer they offer. That was fun. Because of my responsible behavior and demonstrated collegiality post-drinking, my friend gave me the title Asian Sensation. So I'd like to give a big shout out to the graduates who are moms and dads. Congratulations. You have set a strong positive example for your kids and use your own actions to teach them about perseverance and lifelong learning. A graduate I spoke with said he was doubting whether he should or even could do this after 8 years after graduating from college. Now he's a proud graduate and an excellent role model for his son. To some graduates, this journey has a special meaning. Another graduate I spoke with said he and his wife started dating before he entered the online MBA program. This journey is a testimonial of his love story. And there was a twist here. He did 2 years of undergrad at FSU and transferred to another school for a love that did not last. He has always regretted that decision and always determined to come back to FSU to do a master's degree. Now he did it. So the key takeaway here is if you want to find the love of your life, then you should come to FSU, ideally the College of Business. So we are all very excited today, not just because we will receive a degree, a recognition, or a promised pay raise, but also because the wisdom we distill from intensive reading, class discussions, and team collaborations. At this time of joy and happiness, I'd like to share a few kernels of it. First, we should dedicate our endeavors to make a profound impact on our work and our community. We are in the best time of history in our lives. We can move from one state to another, one country to another, choose one profession over another. We have a myriad of choices. We can work for a company or start our own. Keep it small or local or take an IPO. We can go into politics or work for nonprofits. We can be artists, authors, or scientists. The common theme here is we ultimately strive to make an impact and deliver true value to whatever we're working on, whatever we're passionate about. So how can we make an impact, you may ask? One of the lessons I've learned through the years is to never turn down an opportunity, because you never know what's behind that door, especially if you're someone who wants to keep options open and has crippling commitment issues like myself. A quote which is outside the sales lab on the second floor goes, "Success is when opportunity meets preparation." In his book, Outliers, The Story of Success, Gladwell writes about the 10,000-hour rule. He claims that greatness requires long periods of deliberate practice, which is roughly 10,000 hours. He also cited that Beatles accumulated 10,000 hours live practice in Hamburg, Germany, before they returned to England and rocked everybody's world. In addition to working hard, it is imperative for us to build long-lasting relationships to survive and thrive. What keeps us healthy and happy as we go through life? A survey of millennials asking them what are their most important goals. Over 80% said getting rich. Another 50% said becoming famous. Money and fame are very exciting, but according to a study, relationships are the key to a happy life. They are more important than you can imagine. Robert Wallinger is a psychiatrist and psychoanalyst at Harvard Medical School and directs the Harvard Study of Adult Development, one of the longest running study of adult life ever done. The study tracked the lives of 724 men for over 75 years and found that happiness and well-being aren't about wealth or fame. Good relationships keep us healthier and happier, period. Social connections are really good for us. In that regard, we should probably replace screen time with FaceTime, not the app on your iPhone. We should reach out to friends or family that we haven't spoke for a while, and we should take them on more long walks on the beach or to the fridge. Luckily, we are constantly building relationships in our programs, both personal and professional, through numerous networking events. I talked to graduates from the marketing program. He spoke highly of the corporate networking night, which allowed him to really connect with employers. He also commented that the chicken fingers were so good that he had seriously considered to do another master's just to eat it one more time. A big thank you to Ms. Kwana Johnson and all other staff members in the Internships and Career Services Office. I would also like to thank Ms. Marissa Lanston for organizing many student engagement activities, including a luncheon today with our invited speaker, Jared. Last point I want to make today is on being compassionate and caring. I'm a firm believer in paying it forward. We should give back to the community, give back to the school. I have seriously considered donating to the college after I graduate. And I'm not kidding, I want to name the College of Business after myself. In fact, I've been working towards this goal. This morning I chose a caramel macchiato over a pumpkin spice latte. The 50 cents I saved will be the seed money for this multi-million-dollar project. There will be moments in your life when you will have a chance to be a mentor or role model for someone. For many of us, this will happen when we become parents, supervisors, or managers, or even president. I know you will take the opportunity to take this responsibility and do it wisely, as someone out there has already done it for you. Today we're graduating with our master's degree. It is an acknowledgement of our accomplishments in the classroom and showcases our skills. This is not a finish line. It is a stepping stone where you will start to make a positive impact from now. Now's the time to make a change. If you care about the environment and accept the fact that climate change is real, then you should reduce negative impact on the environment. Choose renewable energy over fossil fuels and get involved in the local as well as federal policy-making process. Now is the time to adapt. If you took a snapshot of the world on June 22nd, 2016, you would not have imagined that the UK would leave the European Union the next day. Or on November 7th, 2016, you would not have expected that Donald Trump will be the 75th President of the United States. We need to adapt quickly to this ever-changing world, now more than ever. Now's the time. The world is right out there. 5.5 years ago, I took a 17-hour flight to this land of freedom and opportunity, overcame the language and cultural barriers, made friends, achieved high academic and professional goals, and continued to make a long-lasting impact on the people around me and the community I live in. I have done all this, so I urge you to step out of comfort zone, set goals bigger than yourself, and never say no to opportunities. I know I've been speaking for so long. I like to conclude the speech by saying cheers to everyone. We are now well prepared with abilities, skills, and credentials to make an immediate and profound impact. Our goals are clear and our potential boundless. Last but not least, go Noes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. My name is Dennis Craddock. I am Associate Dean for Undergraduate Programs and Accreditation. One thing that separates this master's degree celebration from the ceremony for the bachelor degree is the donning of regalia hoods, and we will now proceed with our hooding ceremony. When each student comes forward for the adornment of his or her hood, I will read that graduate's name and hometown, and we will hood our graduates by degree program. Dr. Jeff Patterson, please come forward to hood a Master's of Accounting graduates. Mr. Philip Baroni, Masters of Accounting, hometown, Land O'Lakes, Florida. Thomas Hanks, Masters of Accounting, hometown, Venice, Florida. Now, if you don't shake the Associate Dean's hand, you don't get the degree. Matthew Sierra, Masters of Accounting, hometown, Miami, Florida. Vinny Vaquero, Masters of Accounting, Massapequa, New York. Is everyone? What? Pardon? Huh? I don't. Sorry. Pardon? Sorry. I apologize. Thank you. Dr. Irina Hutton, please come forward to hood our Masters of Business Administration graduates. And my apologies, but we did this a little bit out of order. Benjamin Beha was the gentleman who just came forward. Is that true? Mr. John Bischoff, MBA program, hometown, Moab, Utah. Mary Catherine Curran, MBA program, hometown, Hobe Sound, Florida. Gabriel Ernest, MBA program, hometown, Tampa, Florida. Christopher George, MBA program, hometown, Tallahassee, Florida. Cameron Hackney, MBA program, hometown, Martinsville, Illinois. Emma Hartsfield, MBA program, hometown, Layton, Utah. Elliot Medina, MBA program, hometown, Tallahassee, Florida. Zhishang Xu, MBA program, hometown, Nanchang, China. Alonso Tangrafe, MBA program, hometown, Wayne, New Jersey. Sherry Taylor, MBA program, hometown, Enola, Pennsylvania. Thank you very much. Will Dr. Larry Ginepro please come forward to hood our Masters of Science in Marketing graduates? Megan McMullen, MSM program, hometown, Delray Beach, Florida. Marta Paroli, MSM program, hometown, Rome, Italy. Wei Jin Tan, MSN program, Guangzhou, China. Karadi Wanapanam, MSN program, hometown, Bangkok, Thailand. Ikan Wu, MSN program, Anhui, China. Thank you. Will Dr. Cassandra Cole please come forward to hood our Masters of Science in Risk Management and Insurance graduate? Mary Catherine Lawler, program RMI, hometown, Tallahassee, Florida. Thank you. Member of the audience, I proudly introduce to you the newest members of the Seminole family, the master's graduating class of the College of Business at Florida State University for fall 2016. In closing, I'd like to recognize the family and friends of our graduates. I know from experience that you have gone through this program with the graduates, making sacrifices of time and attention, and certainly money. I'd like all of the family and friends of our master's graduates to please stand. Graduates, this is your opportunity to thank them for your support. Thank you very much. The faculty and the staff of the College of Business care deeply about our programs and our students, and they devote much of their lives to making a difference, often one person at a time. I'd like to have all of the faculty and staff here this evening to please stand, and graduates, would you please recognize them, because you would not be here, they would not be here without you. Thank you. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining this afternoon. We will close with the recessional of our fall master's graduates for 2016. Immediately following the ceremony, please follow the signs outside that will direct you to a reception in the Westminster House across the street so that you may continue socializing and celebrating with faculty, with family, and with friends. And for students not attending university's commencement ceremony that need to return their cap and gown, you may do so at the Westminster House. And we now conclude with the recessional of our faculty and our graduates. Thank you all very, very much.